students. Today we are going to be learning about factors and factor pairs and also how to find factor pairs. We're going to start with our definitions, so get out your notebooks and write the definitions with me. We are going to start with the definition of a factor. Now a factor is a number you can multiply with another number to get a product. So our definition of a factor is a number you can multiply with another number to get a product. So let's do a multiplication problem to see this in numbers. I'm going to do 5 times 3, which is what? 15. I'm going to move this down a little bit because that 3 makes it look like it's a 13 with that P. So 5 times 3 equals 15. So a factor is a number, singular, you can multiply with another number, also singular, to get a product. So if we look at our multiplication problem, a number, singular, 5, you can multiply the multiplication symbol with another number, 3, to get a product, which was 15. So in that situation, 5 would be a factor that you can multiply with 3 to get 15. 3 works in that same way. So 3 is also a factor because it's a number you can multiply by another number to get a product. Now, if we think of these two numbers together, they are a factor pair, only when they're together, because a pair means 2. So now we're going to move to our definition for a factor pair. Write in your notebooks again. A factor pair is a pair of numbers multiplied together to form a product. So a factor pair is a pair of numbers multiplied together to form a product. Looking at our equation again, our pair, which means 2, like I said, our pair is 5 and 3. I will underline that for you. The next question is, how can we figure out the factor pairs, all of the factor pairs, for a single number if we're only given a number? Go ahead and brainstorm while I erase this. And we are going to start with the number, we're going to find the factor pairs of the number 20. I'm going to write a 20. We can underline it. Now the way that we find factor pairs is to think in our minds, what two numbers can you multiply together to create a product of 20? Now, when you start finding factor pairs, you always start with the number 1. Because you can multiply a product by itself and 1 to get itself. So what I mean is that 1 times 20 equals 20. So we're going to put our 1 to the furthest left And we're going to put our 20 all the way over here on the right. And since 20 is our product, we wouldn't be looking for anything higher than 20. So we know 20 and 1 are multiplied together to create a product of 20. Now I'm going to put a comma because there are more factor pairs here. And how I know that is I jump to the number after 1. What comes after 1? 2. So I would look at 20 and 2 and think to myself, 2 times what equals 20, if anything, because it could not be a factor. So another way I can flip that around is to take 20 and divide it by 2. Does 20 divided by 2 equal anything? It does. It equals 10. So since I already have my 2 over here, I'm going to put 10 all the way to the left. And I can put it next to the 20 because I know there's no number, no whole number between 1 and 2 that I can multiply by 20 to get anything in between 10 and 20. And I'm going to draw a line again so you can see that they're paired together. Now we're going to jump to 3 because 3 comes after 2. Can 20 be divided by 3? It cannot. So I'm going to make a box down here of numbers that do not work. I'm going to put 3. So then I know that I've done it, but that it is not a factor pair. So the number after 3 is 4. And remember, I can put it next to my 2 because 3 does not work. So 20 divided by 4, what is that? 5. Four times 5 equals 20. Now, if I jump to the next number, what's the number after 4? 5. But since 5 has already been used, we have found all of our factor pairs. There's no need to go up to 6, 7, or 8 because they would have to be multiplied by a smaller number, and these numbers are the only ones that can divide 20 into another whole number. So let's do one more together. I'm going to do a simple one. 6. So remember, we start with 1. 1 times itself, so 1 times 6 equals 6. We've got our 1 and our 6. We draw a line to show that they're paired together, and we put our commas so we don't get our numbers confused. What number comes after 1? 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. We connect them. The number after 2 is 3, and it's already in our factor pair, so we are done. So our 2 factor pairs for this would be 1 times 6 equals 6, and 2 times 3 equals 6. These are our only possible factor pairs of whole numbers to get a product of 6.